Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about two movies that I purchased recently from the KINO LORBER website. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Sometimes I feel like I just don't say that right. KINO LORBER. Anyway, the first one I want to talk about today is the movie called The Pit. Okay, so I saw the trailer for this thing. It's about this troubled little boy that when people don't really do what he wants them to do, he tends to lead them to this pit that's, I guess, I don't know I would say trolls or some kind of little monsters of some sort are living at the bottom of the pit.
But not nice people.
Oh no, nasty people. And we know some awfully nasty people, don't we?
We all have to go sometime.
So of course you throw him into the pit and they eat the people. It's pretty much what the movie's about. He starts off by feeding them hamburger and different kinds of meat that he can get from the deli, and then they start to get a little more hungry, and he realizes that the people that upset him or make him angry, he can take them and throw them in the pit, and the trolls or whatever they are will just eat the people. So I didn't know what to expect when buying this. I love horror movies, and it is classified as a horror movie, but I wasn't sure whether or not it was going to be like a funny horror movie or it was going to be something that I'm going to watch once and never watch again. I have to tell you that I watched this and I would put it on again right now. As soon as I got off recording this thing, I would put it in and watch it again. It was extremely entertaining in a strange way. The storyline, the kid was good. Sometimes every once in a while you get this kid actor that just doesn't really cut it. It just doesn't. You don't feel it. You feel like he's really, really acting. But this kid did a really good job. Even though this is I would say this is an 80s movie of some sort, 80s horror movie. Yep, 1981. 1981 was the year that it came out. So, the kid did a great job in it, and pretty much all the actors. It kept me roped in from beginning to end, and it was one of them that after I bought it, I'm like, sometimes I buy Kino releases, and I'm like, okay, well, why did I buy that release? Was it worth buying that release? Why did I get it? But this one, I put it in, I'm like, it actually had me going back on the website and search for more like it. I would go on Amazon, I put in The Pit, and then I'd try to find other movies that was similar to it, because that's how entertaining it was. But it was a really good movie, and I got it for a really good price. I think I paid less than $10 for it, which if you buy it from Kino, I believe it's maybe $15 or $17.99. Not really sure, but if you search around on eBay or Amazon or Macari or whatever, you'll probably find it for under $10. Excellent movie, good pick. If you're into horror movies, it's rated R, not a kid's movie. You're really gonna enjoy it. So, The Pit, first purchase that I got from Kino. Next one that I got, movie I saw as a kid, it's called Defiance, and this is a movie that stars, I'm gonna say his name right. Let me see, Jan Michael Vincent, or is it Gene Michael Vincent? I believe it's Jan. I used to call him Jan Michael Vincent, but I think it might be Gene Michael Vincent. Jan, that's it. So it's a movie starring Jan Michael Vincent. Jan Michael Vincent was a actor in the 80s that he was pretty much in a lot of good things that I really enjoyed. Now I'm just going to throw one out there because I'm not going to go through the whole list of Jan Michael Vincent movies that I seen when I was younger, but the other movie that I remember off the top of my head was a movie called Hooper starring Burt Reynolds. Absolutely loved that movie. It's a movie about a stuntman. I also own it on Blu-ray and DVD. I absolutely love that movie. Burt Reynolds plays this old stuntman, and Jan Michael Vincent is the young guy that's coming in to take over the whole stunt, coordination and everything. And of course, Burt Reynolds is scared and upset that he's about ready to be replaced by the young guy. But that's another movie. So Hooper is a great movie starring Jan Michael Vincent. But this one right here is one that I've been looking at or looking for a while.
He was a stranger. He was a loner.
I'm just passing through. I mind my own business.
This concerns you, too.
No, it doesn't.
wanted no part of their world.
You think this is what I want, this rat trap you live in?
Just think about this. They're gonna be able to take your whole stupid life and stick it in that duffel bag of yours.
He wanted no part of their problem.
Used to be a nice place to live in, right here. This neighborhood. All of a sudden, it's changed.
But he became part of their world. And their problems became his.
You're finished, big man. You're dead.
The more he tried to leave, the more he knew he had to stay.
Hey, pull over!
No, I won't stay. I won't stay.
They all lived in fear. All but one.
Hey, tough guy. Before your girlfriends can cross the street, I'm gonna bend this six-pack around your head. Hey, don't mess with me, punk. Come on, cut me, man! Come on, clown, cut me!
Until he taught them defiance. Jan Michael Vincent, Teresa Saldana, and Academy Award winner Art Carney. Defiance from American International.
And it was really good. It's kind of a cheesy type, I would say, Death Wish type movie. I mean, if you're looking for an action minus the Jean-Claude Van Damme bad acting, this was really good. It's about this guy. He comes into town, gets off this boat. He's looking for another boat to go on. I don't know if they don't really explain if he's a fisherman or he has something to do with the boats, where he's looking for a boat to ship out on. And he goes into town, into the city, moves into this really beat up neighborhood, beat up apartment, and he moves in there and he ends up falling for this girl, of course. And but there's this gang of, I want to say it's either a Puerto Rican gang or a Mexican gang or a gang of that sort, and he goes in there, and because he's a new guy, of course they sort him out, but also the neighborhood has just fallen apart. There was a gang back in the day of just like a regular gang, almost like the Greases and the Soch, like from back in the day from the Outsiders, and this gang is kind of washed up. They're all done. They can't take it because the new gang rolled in, and they're getting older, so they can't really defend themselves. But this young guy comes in, and he slowly just begins to not want to take it anymore. And it was just really, really a good movie. It's another one that keeps you completely entertained from beginning to end. Action sequences, fight sequences. Jan Michael Vincent was at his prime on this. It made me, after I was done watching this, go on YouTube and search out Jan Michael Vincent interviews. And of course, he had a car accident, a motorcycle accident afterwards, and he was in rough shape, when I was watching the interviews. But this was when he was in the prime of his life, and it is a great, great movie. If you like that type of Death Wish, Dirty Harry type situation movies, where there's fighting and they're trying to retake their city, that type of movie, you're gonna love this movie. So Defiance, I gotta tell you, absolutely loved it. So those were my two Kino releases that I picked up within the last couple of weeks. Watched them all from beginning to end. Picture quality is superb. I don't have The Pit on DVD to match up against the quality of The Pit on Blu-ray, but I do have Defiance on DVD, and I will tell you that Defiance on Blu-ray is a step up. I mean, you still got some grainy sections of it, but as far as the picture quality, I mean, I actually found myself when I put it on for the first time, I was watching very closely the opening credits, and I'm realizing how crystal clear it is. Now, I'm a little up in the air about some of that stuff, because sometimes I feel like I want to watch it the way I watched it when I was little. You had the grain, you had the little spots and pops and little things in the corner, and it kind of brings you back to that, childhood thing when you saw it for the first time. But when you get with the Blu-ray, you know, they clean it up or whatever. This one's not overly clean, so I wasn't too put off by it. But I was like, you know, it's clean enough where I'm like, okay, I'm glad I upgraded to the Blu-ray. So if you're looking for a good Saturday or Sunday night movie to watch, I recommend it highly. Go look for The Pit and go look for Defiance. I guarantee you're going to like either one. Like I said, The Pit, even though it looks like a little kiddie movie, you got a little boy there with a teddy bear on the cover, not for kids. This is also rated R. So these are not kids' movies. These are for adults. Get them, grab your wife, whatever, and enjoy them on a Saturday night. And I want to thank you, and I'll see you later.